Hello dear students, in previous lecture we have seen permutations and theorem on permutation, which is essay is grouped under permutation multiplication. Now in this lecture first we will see definition. So the definition is let f from a to b is a function b function, and let h be a subset, h be subset of set a, h is subset of domain, then the image of h under function f is, so the image of h under f is, so we have function f from a to b is domain, b is codomain, and h is subset of a, which is function or image of h is under f is f of h such that h belongs to capital H, h belongs to capital H, and denoted by notation and denoted by f of h. So this is image of h under f, and which is f of h such that h belongs to capital H and h is subset of a. So let us see the lemma. We will see the lemma. Let g and g dash be groups, g and g dash be two groups, and let phi is from g to g dash be 1 to 1 is be 1 to 1 function, 1 to 1 function such that phi of x into y is equal to phi of x into phi of y for all xy belongs to group G. Then phi G is subgroup of phi G is subgroup of G dash, and phi provides an isomorphism, and phi from G to and phi provides isomorphism of G with phi of G with phi of G. Means what we have to show that, so here phi of G is subgroup of G dash, means we have to show that phi of G is subgroup of G dash, and second is phi provides isomorphism, means what, G is isomorphic to phi of G. So we have to prove these two things. So first show that phi of G is subgroup of G dash. So what we have given, G and G dash be two groups, and phi from G to G dash be 1 to 1 function such that phi of xy is equal to phi of xy. This is the condition for homomorphism for all xy belongs to G. Then to show phi G is subgroup of G dash. So proof of the lemma. To show that, first phi G is subgroup of G dash. To show that phi of G is subgroup of G dash, then by using necessary and sufficient condition for subgroup, to show first closeness property, existence of identity and existence of inverse, then we see that G is subgroup of G dash, or here we have given phi of G, right? So to show phi of G is subgroup of G dash means to show closerness property, existence of identity and existence of inverse exist in phi of G. So to show phi of G is subgroup of G dash, so I will take, let x dash y dash be two elements from phi of G. So phi of G, we have seen the definition of image of H under F, which is f of H. So f of H is nothing which is nothing but such that H belongs to capital H, which is images of H under function f, right? So first show phi of G is subgroup of G dash. So let I will take two elements x dash y dash belongs to phi of G. So x dash y dash belongs to phi of G. Then element of the form how it exists, x dash y dash belongs to phi of G. Now then there exists x y, there exists x y belongs to G such that how to exist, x dash y dash belongs to phi of G means element of phi of x and phi of y, right? So I will write x dash is equal to phi of x and y dash is equal to phi of y are from phi of G, right? Now to show closerness property, so here x into x dash into y dash. Now closerness property, I have taken two elements from phi of G, then x dash into y dash again belong to phi of G, then we say that x dash y dash is closed under multiplication. So x dash into y dash is equal to, so x dash has value phi of x and y dash has value phi of y, right? So we have given the phi of x into phi of y is nothing but phi of x into y, right? So which is equal to phi of x into y. So means what, here x dash y dash is equal to phi of xy means this element belongs to what, again phi of G. So which belongs to phi of G means what, since by hypothesis what we have given, phi of x into y is equal to phi of x into phi of y, right? So we get here, so we get phi of xy belongs to phi of G, hence what we say, phi of G is closed under multiplication, or phi of G is closed under operation on G of G dash, under operation of G dash. Now second, existence of identity. So let I will take E dash be the identity element of G dash, E dash be the identity element of G dash, identity element of G dash. Then we have the property of identity element. Suppose we have E is an identity element, then E into A is equal to what, A, then we see that E is identity element of that element, right? So here I will take, so we have to show phi of G is subgroup means there exists an identity element E dash belongs to phi of G, right? So I will write, take E dash into phi of E which is equal to, so here E dash, so E dash into phi of E is equal to, so E dash is an identity element, then E dash into phi of E should be phi of E, right? So E is identity, so this can be written as phi of E into E, right? And we have phi of x into y is equal to phi of x into phi of y, so I will write, or I will replace E and x, this E by x and this E by y, so we get phi of x and phi of y, right? So by using this homomorphism condition we get phi of E into phi of E, right? So after combining these two, what we say that, so that implies E dash into phi of E, we get phi of E into phi of E. So phi of E, phi of E by we take cancel. So by cancellation law we get, so 5b get cancelled, so E dash is equal to phi of E, or so phi of E belongs to what? Phi of G is identity element, right? Now last to show that there exists an inverse element. Now for inverse, so let for x dash belongs to phi of G, where I'll take x dash is equal to elements of the form phi of x, because x dash belongs to phi of G and phi of G has element of the type phi of x, right? So we have so is an identity element, right? So I write E dash is equal to phi of E, which can be written as, so E can be written as x into x inverse, because x inverse is an inverse of element x. So I have taken x dash belongs to phi of G, so phi of x into x inverse is equal to, so phi is homomorphism, then I will write this is phi of x into phi of x inverse, since phi is homomorphism, right? So we get phi of x into phi of x inverse. So phi of x has value x dash, means that's why we write E dash is equal to x dash into phi of x inverse. So product of two elements is equal to identity, means these two elements are inverse of each other, right? Because we have the definition of inverse of function. So x into y, we say identity, then we say that x is an inverse of y or y is an inverse of x, right? Here identity is equal to x dash into phi of x inverse, means what? We say that these two elements are inverse of each other, means we get here inverse of x dash is nothing but phi of x inverse, or inverse of phi of x inverse is x dash, right? So here we get, therefore we say inverse of phi of x dash or x inverse is, or from these two conditions, what we say that, so product of these two terms is identity. So I will transfer this term other side. So what will we get? Therefore x dash inverse, or I will write here x dash inverse is equal to, what will we get? Phi of x inverse, which belongs to, so phi of x inverse has value x dash inverse, which belongs to, phi of x inverse belongs to phi of G. So x dash inverse is an inverse element of phi of x inverse. So therefore here inverse element exists, right? Means all properties of subgroup satisfied, means what we say? Phi of G is subgroup of G dash. Therefore phi of G is subgroup of group G dash. So phi of G is subgroup, means first phi of G is subset of G dash, and which satisfy all properties of group. So that's why we say that phi of G is subgroup of G dash. Now second, we have to show that G is isomorphic to phi of G. Now next part, to show that G is isomorphic to phi of G, right? So since by hypothesis what we have given, phi is an one-to-one function, right? So since by hypothesis phi is one-to-one function, of G, since by hypothesis, and phi onto phi of G, because phi of G is subgroup of what? Phi of G is subset of G dash, and phi from G to G dash, which is 1 1 onto and defined by homomorphism 5xy is equal to x 5x into 5y. So phi is 1 1 on 2. Therefore also what we have given, phi is an homomorphism, 5x into y is equal to 5x into phi of y. So therefore by definition of phi of g, by definition of phi of g, and phi is homomorphism, that is phi of x into y is equal to phi of x into phi of y. So phi is, so all the condition of isomorphism satisfied, means phi is one to one function, phi is on to, and phi is homomorphism. So phi is isomorphism, between g and phi of g, right? Therefore phi from g to phi of g is isomorphism, right? This is isomorphism, means what? G is isomorphic to phi of g, hence the proof. Hence this is the lemma. Now in next we will see very important theorem, which is Cayley theorem. Let's see the statement. So Cayley theorem. So the statement of the theorem is, every group is isomorphic to, group of permutation, permutations. Let us see this theorem. What is theorem? Every group isomorphic to group of permutation, and permutation group means f from A to B is said to be permutations if it is both 1 1 and on 2. Then we see that this permutation, this is the permutation, right? And here every group isomorphic to group of permutation. Let's see the proof. So proof of the theorem. So let I will take G be the group. Let G be group. We have to show that G is isomorphic to. We show that G is isomorphic to subgroup of SG. We have shown here, if G and G dash be two groups, and phi from G to G dash be two one-to-one functions, such that phi of x into y is equal to phi of x into phi of y for all x y belongs to G, then phi of G is subgroup of G dash. Here we shown that G is isomorphic to subgroup of SG, right? So SG, here I have taken permutation group. So SG, so G isomorphic to some subgroup of SG. So then by above lemma, so this is the lemma, G and G dash two groups, and phi from G to G dash be one-to-one function, and which is homomorphism. There phi of G is subgroup of G dash, and G is isomorphic to phi of G. Then by above lemma, we need to show that only one-to-one map phi from G to SG, only one-to-one map phi from G to SG, such that phi of x into y is equal to phi of x into phi of y for all x y belongs to what? G. So define the function. Define function lambda x which is from g to g by, I will write define lambda x of g is equal to x g, which is the lambda x perform left side or left multiplication of x. So here I have multiplied x on left side. So to show lambda x is an permutation, to show lambda x is an permutation. So what is the definition of permutation? If a is f from a to a is said to be permutation if it is both 1 1 and onto, means we have to show that lambda x is 1 1 and onto function onto, right? So here we have to show that lambda x is 1 1 and onto. Now for definition of 1 1 function, so I will take two values. So lambda x of a is equal to lambda x of b. Then so lambda x g is nothing but xg. So lambda x a is nothing but what? X into a is equal to x into b. So by cancellation law, so after cancelling x we will get a is equal to b. Means here two functions lambda x of a is equal to lambda x of b. Finally I get a is equal to b. Means what we say that lambda x is 1 to 1 function, right? So next to show lambda x is onto, right? Now to show lambda x is or onto condition, to show onto function. Now for definition of onto, so we have two sets. So this is a and this is b. When we say that function f is onto, for every element in b there exists element in a, then we say that function is onto, such that f of x is equal to y. Means every element in codomain exists pre-image in a. So we say that function is onto function. So here I will take point C. So for all C belongs to codomain, C belongs to G, which is codomain, then there exists A belongs to G. So this G is from domain. Then G belongs to G such that how it exists, lambda x of A is equal to C. So lambda x of A, what is value of lambda x of A? Has value x a. Lambda x of A means lambda x of G is nothing but xg, and lambda x of A has value xg, right? So such that, so that is lambda x of, so I will take x of x inverse A is equal to, so by using definition, so we have lambda x of A is equal to what? Xa. So if I replace this value a by x inverse A, so lambda x of x inverse A is nothing but x is as it is, and this is again x inverse A, right? So I will write it as, so here I will take C. So lambda x of x inverse C is nothing but x into x inverse C. So by using associativity property, x into x inverse C, which is equal to C, because x inverse identity, we get C for all C belongs to G, right? Means here we get f of, lambda x. So this is value of A, right? So here after solving this we will get x a is equal to C. So after solving value of A we get, after pre-multiplying by x inverse, so x inverse C, right? So this is x inverse C, that is lambda x of x inverse C is equal to C. So for all C belongs to G, therefore lambda x from G to G is onto function. So lambda is 1 1 onto, therefore what we say that, therefore lambda x is 1 1 and onto, therefore lambda x is permutation on G, because definition of permutation is f from A to A is said to be function if it is, permutation if it is both 1 1 and onto. So here lambda x is 1 1 and onto, therefore lambda x is permutation on G. Now define function phi from G to SG. So we have to show that G is isomorphic to SG. So phi from G to SG defined by the function phi of x is equal to lambda x for all x belongs to G. Now to show this is isomorphic G to means G is isomorphic to SG. So to show phi of x is 1 1. To show phi is 1 1 function. So for 1 1 function, let's take two functions phi of x and phi of y are equal, then finally show that of x is equal to y. Take phi of x is equal to phi of y, then what will we get? So phi of x has value lambda x, so this is lambda x is equal to, so here phi of x is equal to lambda suffix x, so here lambda suffix x, lambda suffix y, and if so lambda suffix x, lambda suffix y, so I will take this as I will apply function or value a, so lambda x of a is equal to lambda y a. So we have defined on in previous part that lambda x of a is nothing but xa, right? So in this what we get, so this can be written as x into a is equal to y into a. So here a will get cancelled by cancellation law, so we get finally x is equal to y. So what we say here, therefore phi is 1 1 function, right? Now to show next phi is homomorphism. Now to show phi homomorphism, this is by using previous lemma that phi from G, so here G and G dash be two groups, and phi from G to G dash be 1 to 1 function such that phi of x into y is equal to phi of x into phi of y. Then phi of G is subgroup of G dash and G is isomorphic to phi of G. So here we have shown that phi is 1 1 function. Now to show phi is homomorphism, that is what we have to show, phi of x into y is equal to phi of x into phi of y, right? So that is what we have to show. Here we have defined in terms of lambda, so we have to show that lambda x into y is equal to lambda x into lambda y. Now for any G belongs to G, we have left hand side, so lambda x into y of G can be written as, so by using this lambda x of a has value xa, so lambda x into y of G is equal to what will we get, x into y of G, right? So permutation multiplication is function composition, right? So here permutation multiplication is function composition. Now so we have to show that left hand side and right hand side will be equal, right? So let's take right hand side, so what will we get? Now lambda x into lambda y of g will be equal to, so this is function composition, so I will apply first lambda y, so lambda x of lambda y of g will be equal to, what will we get, so lambda x, so lambda y of g, so lambda y of a has value y, so this has value y g again, so we have value lambda x of a is equal to x into a, so here this a has value yg, means this will be equal to x into y and x of y of g, right? Then by permutation, so permutation multiplication is function composition, so by using associativity property we will get x y of g, means here left hand side and right hand side will be equal, so here what we get, therefore what we say, so lambda x y of g is equal to xyg and lambda x into lambda y of g is equal to xyg, so we say lambda x y is equal to lambda x lambda y, so this is nothing but phi of xy, right? So this is nothing but phi of x into y, which is equal to phi of x into phi of y, means we see that hence phi of xy is equal to phi of x into phi of y, therefore phi is homomorphism, phi is homomorphism. Then by using previous theorem, lemma, that phi from g to g dash is one to one function such that phi of xy is equal to phi of x into phi of y, then g is isomorphic to phi of g, right? Hence, so from above lemma, therefore from above lemma, phi is an isomorphism of g to subgroup of Sg, because by previous lemma that phi from g to g dash be one to one function and homomorphism, then phi of g is subgroup of g dash, because phi of g is first subset of g dash and which is subgroup of g dash, and g is isomorphic to phi of g, right? That is g is isomorphic to some group of permutation, isomorphic to some group of permutations, hence the Cayley theorem, hence the proof of Cayley theorem. In next lecture we will see symmetric group of 3 symbols and diagonal group having 4 symbols.